Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm here on a very important mission. I'm here with my sister Olanipekun Adenike Temitope. So we are launching a book. I had previously had a conversation with Adenike. I call her Nike, and it was about her story. She fell victim to human trafficking a while ago, and she has decided to document that story within a book so that a lot more people can benefit from the story and understand how to move around. Nike, I'll let you quickly introduce yourself. Just tell us, let me go straight into the questions. What inspired you to write a story about the perilous journey that you went through?
Okay, what inspired me is that I'm a survivor of human trafficking, and I just want a situation whereby migration content and story are easily accessible by the students and the potential migrants so they can learn from my past experience.
Hmm. So, yeah, based on your experience, you want to help people that are vulnerable because
Yes.
it's sounding like there is a demography of young people that are just finishing secondary school, especially in that Ogun State area, southeast Ogun State, where once they are done school, they wouldn't have any future plans. Many of them are going to end up in all types of positions. We understand the economy is tough, so people are going to do anything to survive. And that creates many vulnerable kids that might be tricked and might be exploited and potentially trafficked. And that's the main reason why Nika is doing what she's doing. So the book touches on critical themes like human trafficking, false promises for a better life abroad. What key lessons do you want readers to gain from reading this book?
Yeah, the key lesson is that first, just want them to know that migration is real, but you just have to do it the right way. Human trafficking is real. There are some scenarios, some procedures in which you have to take before you migrate, and some people are not even fully aware that there are some documents that you need to know, do you need to have before you travel. Everybody just want to japa. Fine. We understand that Nigeria is very hard, but there are some people that are not fully aware about human trafficking scenario. So that is the reasons why I just say, let me just write my story, being a victim of human trafficking, and let people just hear, let on the unaware, the voiceless to be able to know what is going on about human trafficking in society.
Okay, that's great. You want this story to go out there so that people can be more educated. Nobody is saying it's a crime or you don't have a right to explore other countries of the world. That's not what we are saying. But you have to be educated on how to do it the right way. And in Nike's story, as you can see, I have it shared on the screen. It's called Temitope, My Journey, a true life inspiration migration story. It details what she went through while in Libya. And I'm going to give you guys a short summary of Nike's story. And Nike, please feel free to cut in and further explain what happened. Nike was deceived by an elderly person that she knew in the past, and the person promised her job opportunities abroad. So she ended up going across the Sahara Desert from Nigeria. She found herself in Libya and she ended up in a very tough predicament. Nike, eventually she was rescued after a few years and was brought back to Nigeria. Do you want to maybe in 1 minute or 2 minutes, Nike, explain just the short details of what you went through, eventually how you came back to Nigeria, and the lessons learned?
Okay. I'm a woman of so many dreams, and I see the opportunity as a big opportunity for me. And at the end of during the process, I passed through Shara Desert. I spent 3 months, and I was molested on the road. I was raped. And after I reached my destination, I was being sold out to a Ghanaian. I was sold out to slavery to another man land. Being Nigerian, I was sold out to a Ghanaian. Imagine that kind of scenario. And my name, everything about me was being changed to Ibrahim Aishat. After that, I have to work as a slave for 1 year, 6 months.
So they
During the
changed your
process,
identity. They changed your
yes,
name to
yes, the
someone
person
else's name.
that
Okay.
yes, the person that bought me is a Ghanaian. So I was being given a Ghanaian passport.
Okay.
And after I worked for 1 year, 6 months without
And
even
when
collecting a
when you say
one
work, and when you say you worked for 1 year, 6 months, yeah, we're talking about being exploited in
year.
that industry.
Yes, 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 as a slave, working as an housemaid.
Okay.
During the 1 year, 6 months, I could not be able to even send a penny back home. And do you know the reason why I traveled is to just for me to all of because of greener pasture. The grass was not even greener for me during this process. And after that, when my mom told me to come back to Nigeria, and during my process of going back to the Nigerian embassy, I was raped again inside a car, and I was being taken to the prison. I spent some months in prison, and after that, again, they have to sell me out to another person, but to work in a bottom house, to work as a sex slave. That kind of experience is not something I can just forget like that. And after that, I escaped from there. Then I found my way back to the embassy, and through the work of IOM, I'm back to my community. So after that, then I started the interest of being an advocate against regular migration and human trafficking in my society, creating awareness, sensitizing the youth about the dangers of this japa syndrome in my community. And to God be the glory. This is where I am today.
And I'm gonna say this, Nike. I really salute you. You know, I'll tell you guys what, I met Nike on Facebook, me personally. And I found her interview on one of the platforms, and I was just really touched because I'm also from that area that she's from. So I reached out to her, and we've been friends for about going to 4 years now, something like that. And one thing I can say for sure about Nike is she's naturally a giving person, because the experience that she had would have broken a lot of people. Many people are broken. They are completely mentally broken. If Nigeria was a real country, they should have undergone therapy, mental health rehabilitation, but those types of resources don't exist in Nigeria. Nike, out of her own outgiving nature, decided to use the little resources that she had to start up an NGO, a non governmental organization, to campaign against illegal migration, to educate young students. And she has everything documented on her page, on her Facebook page. I'm going to be leaving the link to those in the description of the video for you to check out on your own. And then after all the campaign, it's so difficult. She needs resources. There was a time when Nika was able to connect with the US Embassy through the affiliation of the IOM, United Nations. She actually won a competition that was organized for returnees. They call them returnees, those that were returned back to Nigeria. She won a cash prize. It's just unfortunate that the Nigerian situation had to make her spend that money on taking care of her family. In Nigeria, every single person is his own government. Okay, there is no government out there to help you for nothing. You have to provide for yourself. And Nika did that. She was so selfless. She spent a ton of money on her family that needed help at that particular time. And then she kept on using her resources to campaign, to try to educate people. This is someone that doesn't have a lot, but she's using the little that she has to educate people so they don't fall into the trap that she fell into. So I highly commend you for that, Adenike. And that's why we are actually doing this video, to put the word out there that at the end of the day, her story has now been documented into a book. And that book is going to be launched on October 20th. Am I correct?
25th.
October 25th, 2024. The plan is to launch the book October 25th. We're currently doing the proofreading. It's Nike's actual story, how she ended up in Libya, her background, her experiences in Libya, on the way to Libya, while in Libya for over 2 years, being incarcerated, held without against her will, and then how she was rescued by an international organization back to Nigeria, and what she's been doing to have an impact in her community. So that's the summary of the book. The title of the book, one more time, I'll put that on my screen again. It is called the
So when my journey,
Temitope, My Journey, a True Life Inspiration Migration Story. This book, hopefully, we plan for the kids that are just finishing secondary school in the Shagam area, Ijebu Ode,
Udodbolu,
Odogbolu, and the surrounding areas of southwest Ogun State. That will be the first target of people to have access to the book, so that they can learn and not make the same mistakes. And then further on in the future, we plan for the book to go as far as possible across the earth, to for the entire human population to learn from that story and possibly have a positive impact on their lives. So that's it. Nike, thank you
sir.
so much for honoring this interview. I know you would have at least one or two things you want to say. What do you want to share with the audience?
Yeah, first I'll first appreciate you for being there and for believing in my dream, because we've been on this journey for the past 4 years. I called you, you answered me, and you've been supportive to my dreams, and especially being the kind of status this Libya has brought to my life, which I can't disclose to everybody. Between me and you know what Libya has brought to my life. And obviously, because I just want this book to be out by October 25, no matter whatever support. I know people are out there that want to hear from me. People are there that can support me. I don't even believe in Nigeria government because they are just disappointing. But first, my background, I came from a family who they don't believe in women in the society. They don't even believe in education, and they believe women are just meant for kitchen. Imagine this kind of gender inequalities. But I just have to make it to stand out from them. And obviously this Libya have make me weak, the experience, and if you're coming back with nothing and wandering around the streets being an advocate of nothing because they don't want to hear. Because there's one of the Yoruba adage that says, permit me to speak in Yoruba, that say,
Of course,
"Ẹni tó
speak
bá
Yoruba.
ẹni tó bá máa dáṣọ fún ni, tọrùn lákòókò ń wò." I don't have anything, but I just have this humanitarian heart in me that I just want to give back to my community. Because there are some of these returnees that we came back that don't want to come back to because of the stigma, the shame of coming back with nothing. But my community is what I love most in my heart, because I was trafficked in Shagam. Then I came back to make impact in Shagam. So I'm begging on everyone out there, people that are up to me like a mother, a father, a sisterhood, a brotherhood. I'm just begging on you all, because this book have everything I suffered for. My dream, my experience, the trauma and everything. So tell me why you won't support me. Who might knows your support can save the life of the less privileged out there. The government are not helping, we know, but we Nigerians can help ourselves. Is I'm begging on you all. Per copies is 4,500 naira. You can support with anything. No support is useless. Half bread is better than none. And I just want a situation whereby after this story, I'm no more a returnees. I just want to be like a good examples. Because mind you, as we are talking now, some people are still on the road.
Hmm.
I just want to be like a good example for others, because there are still so many people that are still looking up to me. Before I'm thinking of poisoning myself because I have nothing, but I believe I have God. So I don't want to be in the street again.
Yeah.
I want to be. This is a new rebirth of me to start up a new life between me and brother Day. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I want to leave Nigeria in a proper way after this book launch, because I know there's still some people out there that would discriminate, because I'm sharing everything.
In the
Both when I
book.
was dead in the brothel house, working as a sex worker, I'm sharing everything out there in this book. Imagine me exposing so many hidden things that my mom is not even aware of my pain. I know some people will just pick it up against me, but I just need to move out of this country. But first, support this. I know with your support, I'll be able to acquire my dream. Thank you so much. Thank
And
you.
thank you. Thank you so much, Nike. Thank you for sharing that
Don't
emotional
mean a lot.
piece. And I'm going to say that this will come to fruition, and your dreams shall be actualized, and many lives are going to be impacted by the launch of this book to
Um,
learn from the story. Thank you so much, Nike. All right.
Thank you, sir.